foundations. Shallow, as the name indicates, it is not very deep. It's opposite of deep. Depth opposite the shallow. So something we are going to deal with shallow foundations. We are something going to deal with the foundations which are not very deep, and that is what this unit is about. As you can see in the picture, those are the pictures of a shallow foundation. And I have divided the syllabus into two parts. The first part is about bearing capacity of in a shallow foundation while designing a shallow foundation, and the second part is about settlement. The first part is about bearing capacity. In this we are going to learn about, the first topic is where we are going to locate the foundation. In the first unit, if you can revise it or recall it, you know that we have learnt about the location and the depth of boreholes. Similarly, we are going to learn about the location and the depth of foundation here. We are going to learn about bearing capacity. Bearing capacity la different soil conditions ku different formulas are there, but for your level they have recommended only for homogeneous deposits. For simple problems they have recommended, and adhilayum they have recommended only two formulas. இப்போ மாஸ்டர்ஸ்ல எடுத்தீங்கன்னா there is a, இப்போ நீங்கள் ஃபவுண்டேஷன் இன்ஜினியரிங் கோர்ஸ் மாதிரியே we have மாஸ்டர்ஸில் அந்த சாயில் மெக்கானிக்ஸில் we have a subject itself as shallow foundation. அதில் we learn very deeply. அதில் நிறைய scientists have discovered நிறைய formulas for bearing capacity, but there are scientists like Terzaghi, we have scientists like Vesic, we have scientists like Hansen, we have scientists like Meyerhoff, we have scientists like Terzaghi, we have scientists we have scientists like Coulomb. இந்த மாதிரி நிறைய scientists are there, soil scientists are there, but we are not going to learn the entire thing. For your syllabus it is recommended only Terzaghi's and Indian Standards formula, Bureau of Indian Standards formula, that is BIS formula. And then we are going to learn about how bearing capacity is affected, and how we are going to find the bearing capacity in test like standard penetration. We have a test from in situ test. Also we are going to learn about a concept called allowable bearing pressure, and we have a small introduction to what happens to bearing capacity if seismic pressure comes or seismic loads come. We'll have very small introduction, not very deep. In the we will be having problems in Terzaghi formula and BIS formula, so we'll be focusing more on that. And the second part is about settlement, and in the settlement we have how we are going to find the settlement, and in that we have different types of settlement: total and differential settlement, allowable settlement, and how we are going to minimize the settlement. So this is about second unit. அப்படி என்ன ஷாலோ ஃபவுண்டேஷன் போட்டு உடனே பியாரிங் கெப்பாசிட்டி அண்ட் செட்டில்மெண்ட் சொல்கிறீங்க அப்படின்னா, any foundation is designed for two parameters. நீங்கள் வந்து லிமிட் ஸ்டேட் ஆஃப் டிசைன் படிக்க ஆரம்பித்தப்போ we always you might have learned about, we always design the structures for serviceability. Two concepts we always அப்படி படிப்பீங்க. So serviceability is very important for any structure. Similarly the foundation settlement and bearing capacity are the determining factors for the design of foundation, or choosing the type of foundation depends upon the bearing capacity and settlement. So that is very important in a foundation concept. அதுக்காக தான் பேசிக்காக we are learning about. Third unit is about design of foundation, and the second unit we are going to learn two important factors that determine the design of foundation, that is bearing capacity and settlement. So introduction. When you look into shallow foundation, I said some foundation which are going to be at the shallow depth. ஸோ அதை எப்படி டெக்னிக்கலாக சொல்லலாம் அப்படின்னா, if the depth is greater than the width of the foundation, if the depth of the foundation is greater than the width of the foundation, sorry, the depth of the foundation is less than the width of the foundation, which means the width of the foundation is more, then it is known as a shallow foundation. And it was defined this way by the father of soil mechanics, Dr. Carl Terzaghi. Carl Terzaghi is the scientist. He proposed it as shallow foundation if the depth is less than the width, which means width is greater than its depth. Always we know a shallow foundation na enga irukom, it is either beneath the wall in a load bearing structure. If it is a frame structure, it is going to be below the column, you know that. So it is either below the wall or it is below the column. And what is the function of a foundation? Or footing, we can tell it as footing. What is a footing? It is going to be made up of bricks or concrete, or the foundation is going to be made up of bricks or concrete. What is the main function? It is going to transmit all the load from the superstructure to the soil. It is going to transmit, it cannot bear the load, it cannot bear the load. All the load from the slabs are transferred to the beams, all load from the beams are transferred to the columns, all load from the columns are transferred to the foundation, and from the foundation all the load are transferred to the soil. Soil is meant for bearing the load, and all the other structural elements are meant for transferring the load. அது transfer பண்ணாம if it starts bearing the load, immediately it will crack. If slab வந்து tells I will not transfer the load today, let me not transfer the load, let me sleep அப்படின்னு slab நினச்சது அப்படின்னா, then it is going to bear the load, and it will fail with cracks and collapse. The entire building will collapse. So always the load transmission is in such a way, the load is transferred from top to bottom. From top to bottom we are going to transfer the load. So but all the load will be transferred to the soil, so soil is going to entirely bear it. So அந்த bearing அதை வச்சு தான் வந்த கான்செப்ட் தான் how much a soil can bear, that is called the bearing capacity of the soil. So you can see the picture of a foundation, column, and below இது வந்து ஒரு காங்க்ரீட் பெடஸ்டல்னு சொல்லலாம். ஃபவுண்டேஷனை வந்து ஒரு காங்க்ரீட் பீஸ், a concrete pedestal அப்படின்னு சொல்லலாம். And below the walls, the second picture, the right picture shows the foundation below the walls. So foundation can be below a footing or a column, foundation can be below a column or it can be below a wall. So there are different types. We studied this briefly in the 5th unit, but I'll give a small introduction. One is strip footing. This picture shows the strip footing, the right picture, below the walls, along the length of the wall the entire foundation goes. The right picture, the second picture, this shows the strip footing. This is also called continuous footing. இதெல்லாம் நோட் பண்ணி வச்சுக்கோங்க, strip problems போடும்போது ஹெல்ப் ஆகும். Below the walls the footing is strip footing. The strip footing is also known as continuous footing. That is the first footing. Second footing is spread or isolated footing. The foundations below the columns are called spread footing or isolated footing. You can see the first picture, the left picture. This is the isolated footing or the spread footing. It is also known as spread footing. And in the picture la vandu you can see the foundation or the concrete foundation in a square shape la irukku. Sometimes it comes in circular shapes also, so that at that time we call it a circular footing. And the third type of shallow foundation is combined footing. If there are two isolated footings which are joined together in one piece of foundation, that is combined footing. You can see this. This is a normal spread or isolated footing. You can see the picture in below, animations below, and the first picture which is in brownish color, that picture shows the combined footing. Two columns are combined together in a single foundation or concrete pedestal. That is a combined footing. Then fourth type is strap or cantilever footing. The picture next to it, the second picture, the middle picture in the animation is strap or cantilever footing. When you take strap or cantilever footing, one side it will be very big, the two columns are there, but one column is big and another column is small அப்படின்னா, then the foundation the width will vary. If the column size is big, then the foundation size is also going to be big, and if the column size is small, then the foundation size is going to be small. If two columns have to coexist, then we have to go for strap footing or cantilever footing. Two different dimensions